Rascals either, but I love the Rascals. Even I like that one.
Gary loved
Yep,
it.
Yeah, it was a win. All right, we're live and
we're live.
we're live.
I'm working on the all the buttons.
Right. And was it and then yeah, go ahead and let him in when you're ready.
Hopefully Dina will let me know. Start video unmute. Rename the chat. Good to go. Yeah, already. Here we go. Oh, gotta look for. Oh, we got plenty of time. Take them in later. Entree. And Dina will let me know if I start sounding like I'm underwater.
Yes.
Perfect. Whoop whoop. Look at all the smiling faces. I ended up on. Yep. I improvised. Yes, Lisa. Yes. Let's see all the smiles. Where we go. Susan, yes. Thank you, Susan. All right, Ronnie, good to go. Cindy, good to go. Karen, yes, yes, yes. I love seeing all the smiles. And most of you just left the call that I did, or the two calls that I did. So we got a lot to smile about, right? Whoop, whoop. Happy Tuesday. Just let everybody in here. Medina will be back at her desk in a second. So we help you with that button, and I want to worry about it. There we go. There we go. There we go. One sip of coffee and one show is going to explode. Sue Whitaker, you got a smile for us tonight? Yes. All right. I'm just going to keep an eye out for the issue over in admit all till Dee gets back in her desk. And then we'll get rocking and rolling. Welcome, 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 everybody, to Triple R 247 podcast, episode 29. Episode 29. Can you guys believe that? That we've had this new podcast for 29 weeks already? It's just flying by like this. There's my better half, other half. So she'll take care of that button now. We can rock and roll. Welcome again, everybody, to the Triple R 247 podcast, episode 29. You're getting in for a treat. We got a lot of great things to cover. Hopefully, you got your pencil sharpened, your favorite pen out, a notebook, get ready to take some notes. And you should always have a fresh notebook, legal pad, something close by whenever you get on a call with Mr. Rickard or Mrs. Rickard or anybody out of the leadership team that's going to share some golden nuggets, some information, some knowledge with you to help you build your business. So if you're brand new, I want you guys to write this down, please. Never miss a Tuesday night call. Put it on a little post-it note, stick it on the side of your computer screen, hang it up in the 8.5 by 11 up on your wall if you have to, behind your computer. Put it somewhere where you can see it every day until it just becomes a habit. That you're on Saturday, you're thinking about, I'm gonna make sure I got to be there on Tuesday. Let me check my calendar. Don't let anybody get in the way. Why? Because it's the most important night of the week. Every Tuesday night, if Rory and Tanya are going to add anything to the system to help you build a product, a service, a tool, just another idea they had, anything that's going to help you build, help you get momentum, help you get to the next level, help you expand into another country, help you increase your check, whatever it is, it's always going to be launched on Tuesday night. Never any other night of the week. Tuesday night only. Tuesday night. I wish I knew a song for that. I'd sing it for you. Make sure you write it down. Tuesday night. Oh, there is a Tuesday. Now I'll find that later. What else happens on Tuesday night, Shadina? We get to meet all the brand new people, right? All the new people joining the team. I know every week there's somewhere between 10 and 30 new people joining the team. I know this week we have, well, over 20 people again, for sure. Hopefully all 20 of them made it here and they can unmute. So we love hearing from you. Get a chance to welcome you to the team. If it's your first Tuesday night and you've never had a chance to say hello yet, click on that little microphone, lower left-hand corner of your Zoom screen, or hold the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello and do me a favor. Don't forget to say which state you're calling in from. We'd love to hear that too. And welcome to the call. Allow participants to unmute. Yes. There you go. Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hold the space bar on your keyboard. Linda, unmute. Linda, unmute and say hello.
Hello, how are you doing all tonight? I'm so
I'm
happy to
doing
be here.
great. And where are you calling in from?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Florida's in the house with me. Fantastic. Glad
I
you made
think
it
there's
here.
supposed to be 4 or 5 of us in there somewhere, aren't there?
It's coming. Watch this. If you're brand new, is that what you tell you? Are you in Florida? Did I say it right? Delia Maldonado. Is that I see you hold your hand up. Is that where you're at in Florida too? Didn't even know that.
Welcome,
Fantastic.
welcome.
Yeah. So listen, everybody, it's our big night of the week again. And this is the most important night of the week. So if you didn't mean a minute ago, because a lot of people just came in, it's the most important night of the week, and I want you to write down on a post-it note, stick it on your computer, hang it on the wall, put it somewhere you can see it all the time until it becomes a habit, and you're just always thinking about it, always ready for Tuesday night. Do your absolute best to never miss a Tuesday night because it is the biggest of the week. It is the most important night of the week. If anytime Rory and Tanya are going to give you something to help you build your business, help you understand your business better if you're new, help you hit the next level, help you expand into the country, help you increase your check, whatever it is that you need to keep rising up. If they have a new product, a new service, a new tool, a brainstorm of an idea that somebody came up with, they're going to share that with everybody on Tuesday night, every single Tuesday night. All the big announcements, all the new stuff, all the stuff you need for your business, whether you're brand new or you've been here for 6 to 12 months. That's the stuff we need to keep our momentum, to keep growing and keep building and keep our income rising. So we also love hearing from all the brand new people. I love seeing all the different states being represented. We love to be the first ones to welcome you. Lori wants to hear your name for the first time. Whoever got you here, I'm sure they would like to know that you made it on too. So if you're brand new, haven't had a chance, click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hold the space bar on your computer, on your keyboard, and say hello. State your name. Don't forget to say what state you called in from, and welcome to the call.
Hi, Sherry
Robin in
Wilburn from Oregon.
Oregon's in the house. Welcome, Sherry. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Debbie Malone from Tampa, Florida, and I'm very excited about Orlando. I can take a train there. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Fantastic. Yes, yes. You just took one of Rory's announcements away from him, but I'm sure he won't care. That's
Oh,
exciting.
I'm sure you won't. I'm really excited. And I'm
That's
brand new, so
I
that's
am.
going to be really exciting.
Oh, you're brand new too, so your first time with this team with it and an event. Oh, this you're good. You're in street. And make sure you bring a brand new legal pad or journal, notebook, something because you're gonna want it.
Okay, thanks.
And your favorite that doesn't cramp your hands.
In my guide dog.
Yes.
Just had to
Bring
say
all
that.
you can. Bring your neighbors with you too. Bring everybody down. We'll find a way to get everybody in. I promise you. All right. Anybody else? Who's brand new?
I am Brett,
Where are you calling in from, Brett?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon's in the house. Thank you, sir. Glad you made it. Welcome.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. I just seen Dina letting a whole lot of people in. So let me welcome them. Welcome everybody to the Triple R247 podcast, episode 20. Yep, 29. And for you brand new folks, what does that mean? You can go to Rory and Chaney's podcast, Triple R247 on YouTube, and you can watch some of the older recordings. Hear all the events Rory's made over the last 28 weeks. Hear everything that's been shared. Get caught up to speed on everything that's been given out to everybody. So 29 weeks, and we're rolling at an incredible pace. There's a lot of exciting things happening right now. We just got off 2 calls with Rory, and the energy is good. The energy is amazing. The momentum is good. Momentum is amazing. It's everything that we need in the business is happening right now. It's like this perfect storm at the perfect time, perfect season. It's our season. Everybody's, the kids are back in school, and the parents got a little bit more time, and they're all looking. They're all looking for something. It's our season, guys. If you didn't know that, now is our season. It began like 2 or 3 days ago. I think there's maybe a couple areas of the country that just the kids went back to school yesterday. But some of them started last week, a few days ago. In Florida, I think it was last week sometime. But I know up north, they just started yesterday. So it's our season for sure. And again, welcome to the team. We love hearing from everybody. This is our big night. Don't miss it. Don't ever miss Tuesday night. All the big announcements, they're here for you. Rory's going to share everything with you. If he has something that's going to help everybody make more money, any way he can find that meets our core values and that meets Google's core values, and it can help you make money, it's going to be added so that you can increase your income. One more avenue of income. Every time we add a page or product, it's another stream of income, right? So you're in the right place at the right time, but we also love meeting all the new people. 5 people were able to unmute so far and say hello. I know there's at least 20 brand new people who joined the team this week. Hopefully they made it on. If you're brand new, Rory would like to hear your name for the first time. Whoever got you here, your instructor, they would like to know that you made it on and hear your name called out. And we'd all like to say hello and welcome you to the team. So if you're brand new, first Tuesday, or even your second Tuesday, you didn't get a chance to say hello last week, click on the little microphone down below or hold the space bar on your keyboard, say hello, and don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Marguerite Carbone from Texas.
Texas is in the house. There you go. You got Stacy clapping and Dita.
Gerald Lovelace from Texas.
Fantastic. Here we go. Texas, something happened in Texas. Look, watch out, guys. Welcome, Gerald. Glad you made it. And Marguerite. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Hello, this is Brett
I'm Nicola.
from Portland, Oregon.
Thank you, Brett. Welcome again. Glad you made it, bud. There was 2 people trying to unmute at the same time. Who's the other person? Go ahead.
I'm Dawn from Indiana.
Dawn from Indiana. Welcome, Dawn. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Anybody else out there? Last call, last call. If you're brand new, we're going to get going here in probably less than a minute. If you're brand new, click on that microphone in the lower left-hand corner of your Zoom screen, or hold the keyboard, the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello, and don't forget to tell us what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call. All right, let me go ahead and hit some buttons so we can get going because it's just up at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna hit that one. Then I'm gonna hit that one. And many co-hosts can still unmute, but we're rolling. So welcome again, everybody, to the RRR247 podcast, episode 29. Yes, episode 29. And I want you guys, if you're brand new, go search for or get a hold of yours to find out exactly where they're at. RRR247, Rory Rickard, Rory and Tanya Rickard YouTube channel, where you can find all the previous recordings, not just Thursdays, but some other ones for Saturdays. They're all on there. There's a lot of training on there. There's a lot of information on there. Your entire education system to understand everything we do is on there somewhere. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Niall 80. I live down here in Central Florida, which is why I get excited time I see the Floridians log in like Linda. Thank you very much. Can't wait to meet you soon, Linda, in Orlando, along with the other lady that said she was excited about it too. Listen, and I'm down here in Central Florida with my lovely wife, Dina, who you guys see. Well, I see her down there. You might see her up here, over there. Everybody's screen's a little bit different. And we're here having the time of our life. We're building this business and having the fun, using every tool available to us and helping as many people as we can along the way. It's great having a partner that's on the same page and in the business with you because she doesn't mind that I work too much. Just like I don't mind that she works too much, but we still schedule time for each other. We have every meal together, and we have some time at the end of the day where we get to reflect and talk and chat, and just spend quality time with each other. We both really love everything that we hear, and that's a wonderful thing. So I've been in this industry now for 35 years. 35 years ago, able to walk away from my job. Let me tell you about my job. I started off as a landscaper. Went to work for one of my uncles. Did that for a couple of years. Got tired of being really dusty and dirty in the summer. So I picked up, bought a tool bag and a hammer, went into the family business. My grandfather building homes, right? And I did that until my grandfather retired, and I went to work for one of my uncles who took everything over, and he taught me even a lot more. And I was building homes for quite a while until he decided to retire. And a buddy of mine, we went in business for ourselves. We were just doing additions. We did a lot of kitchen and bath small additions instead of building full homes anymore. And I was doing that for quite a while until I hurt my back, and the doctor told me that I had to change careers. I didn't want to end up that guy that he was talking about being 40 years old sitting in a rocking the front porch. I just couldn't see that picture that for myself. I wasn't going to let that happen. So as an adult with a wife and 3 kids, I made the big decision, and it was a scary one, but I did it. I went back to school with the kids in tow. And it was while I was in school that I was introduced to this industry. I had one more semester of school to go, and I got something in the mail that really opened my eyes and got me paying attention. I've looked at this industry, a lot of other companies, many, many times, but I never really seen it as a career move for me. I never seen it as full-time income. I seen it as part-time income only, and make extra money for the weekends. And that's what I was looking at it for in the beginning. But I seen something different, and they just said things differently. I guess I don't know, or maybe because I was a student, my eyes were open, my ears were open, and I heard things differently. And I dove in. I said, if we can make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month with this business, and I think we can, that's going to allow spoil the kids more on the weekend. Right? I was that dad who worked 16, 18 hours a day, hardly got to see his kids. I was lucky if I got home for dinner. So I went from looking for a way to just spoil them because it wasn't just tough on me going back to school as an adult. It was tough on the whole family, right? And I was looking for a way to spoil them more on the weekend. Um, and so I dove in, and I made that much my very first month. I hit my goal the first month. And then the second month, I said, well, if I can do that, I can just double my effort and I can double that income. So I went from 500 to 1,000 a month to wanting to make $2,000 a month. And I did that my second month in the business, but I was also, again, working every waking hour, and sometimes into the evening, doing all the things that we did to get that phone to ring back then. And I was having a blast doing it, as a matter of fact. And then all of a sudden, I got something else in the mail, and it said there was a bunch of people gathering, a couple hours drive from me, and I decided I was going to drive over there, hear what they had to say, meet some new people in the industry. And I sat down and I watched an incredible group of people with guys walking and gals walking across the front of the room, holding up their checks, making income like I've never seen before. And the amount of money that they were making was just mind boggling to me. And the whole time I was watching, I was thinking, what do they know? What did they do? Where did they come from? How did they do that? And every time one of them would walk around and come back down the aisle to go sit in the back again, I stood up and shook their hand, just kind of getting them a little familiar with my face because I knew we were having dinner together later, and I wouldn't want to bother them after the dinner. They wouldn't be as shocked. So I did that for everybody that walked across the front of the room. And at dinner, I did exactly that. I walked up to each one of them. I just spent maybe 5-10 minutes at the most with each one, all those top earners in that company, and I picked their brains. I wanted to know what they knew, where they come from, where they get the expertise from, where did they get their experience from, where was their education from, what was the line of work they were in before they got in this, or even still. And I seen a lot of different things, and they were all different denominations, right? They were all different backgrounds, all different education levels, all different career levels, anywhere from electricians and plumbers and carpenters to doctors and lawyers, and just an incredible group of people that from all walks. But they had one thing in common. They all shared everything with me, and it wasn't like one group thing where they all just said the same thing, repeating each other. There was in different times and different parts of the room. And I picked up that one common thing, and I want to share that with you new people today. I want you to write this down. The difference between those people at the top making that kind of money and somebody brand new getting started today. This is what's going to get you to where you want to be. Ready, Linda? They've been doing it longer. That's it. They were doing it longer. That's it. That's the only difference between myself and any other new person in the business and those people who've been around forever. Some of them had zero background. Some of them were scared to death what they were doing, but they were still making incredible money because they followed a system and they just kept following the same steps all over and over and over and over. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Right. And even if they were scared to death, they kept doing it anyway. The only difference between me and them was they were doing it longer. I believed in that. I've always believed in that. What one person can do, another person can do. And I even talked about it last night when I said, just show me the rules. I'll play by the rules, but you got to just teach me the rules and I'll go and I'll outwork everybody else. That's just how it's in my DNA sometimes, right? So I did that. I went home. I dove in. I become a student of this industry. I became a student of the system that we were working at that time. And I want you guys to write that down. A student of the system and a student of the industry, understanding what's going on out there. And unbelievable things happened for me. It opened up doors that I didn't know existed. It allowed me to people I never thought I would meet before. And then it created an income for me that was mind-boggling. I finished that last semester of school. I went to work at the airport. I was only there for about 8 weeks. I got up one morning and thought about it all. I raised my coffee cup just like this, and I said, I think I'm going to go in and give my 3 weeks at the airport. After just spending $45,000 to get that license to work on aircraft, I thought that was my passion. I said, I'm going to go in and give my 3 week notice after we'll be working there for 8 weeks. I was having too much fun, making too much money at my side business to go in and clock in for somebody else every day in French, especially in a very stressful industry that I found out, like aviation. There's something really crazy about working on a man's aircraft because I'll stay in general aviation. I wanted to take things apart and put them back together. But there's something stressful about working on a man's aircraft, and 5 minutes after you're done, he takes off and goes 6,000 feet in the air. And you remember when you put together some of them swing sets, and you go, "Did I remember to tighten this? Did I remember to tighten that?" Yeah, I didn't want to do that anymore, especially when I was having some fun working the side business. So I dove in and just hit every goal that I set. I would print something, tear something out of a magazine, pin it to my corkboard, print something off up on the computer. No, not in the beginning. I didn't have the computer yet. Hang on. I was making handmade flyers and pinning them up on the corkboard, right? And I said, those are my new goals. That's what I want. And I would just work my tail off until I got it. And I will tell you, it's a magical thing that my life just took a completely new direction. I went from the dad missing my kids and not getting to watch them grow up to the dad who got to put on the bus, take them off the bus, go to every football practice, go to every cheerleading practice, go to every volleyball practice. And when the high school needed a bowling coach, I raised my hand and became the bowling coach of the high school. Why? Because I could. I wanted to spend more time with my kids, but I could. I had time freedom that this industry gave me, and I had financial freedom that this industry gave me. It literally changed the course of my life. And, I know my son's seen the majority of it. Uh, Even when you don't think they're watching, they're watching. My son started his own little business when he was 9 years old. He was cutting grass in the neighborhood. By the time he was out of high school, before he was out of high school, he was working for the #1 shop in his field in our town, and he himself an incredible business. And now he's over on the east coast of Florida by himself. He's never had a job in his entire life. He's got that freedom to make the decisions that he wants to make as well. So even when you don't think they're looking, they're watching, right? Lead by example, even with your kids. But I was able to have an incredible life. And that was in Virginia. After I left Virginia, I moved to Florida. But another magical thing happened for me. I want you guys to get this part right here. I found out that there was an event happened in Miami. I already loved Florida. I knew I was moving here a long, long time ago. I've been visiting for almost 40 years now. But I found out there was an event happening in Florida, in Miami. And I heard that Mr. Rickard was going to be there, right? I've already made a good relationship with him on the phone. He's the one I called up, hooked me up with the voicemail that I had, took all the volume I could throw at it, but showed me how to leave a message on the system and shoot it out to my whole network of people. Hundreds of thousands of people. I can put a message on the voicemail and shoot it out to them at the same time, right? Yeah, incredible system. It doesn't seem like a lot. I'm looking at some of the faces going every day. We got all this technology at our fingertips. Guys, this was in 1992. We didn't have the internet, didn't have cell phones, had any of the technology we had today. I don't even think I had a pager. I don't even know if pagers were out back in 1992, to be honest with you. But Rory figured out a way to mass communicate like that here in the United States with the phone company. I've kind of made friends with him as well as, loving the way he likes to teach and drag people along. And he had a lot of passion and love for the system he put together and helping other people. But he just really had a love for communication I've never seen before, except for maybe a couple of years in the Army. So when I found out he was going to be in Miami, I went down to Miami and looked for him. We had dinner together. We even hung out at the big outside the club that the event was at. And him and I, watched the sunset on the beaches in Miami, right? What did we talk? Talked about our wives, we talked about our kids, we talked about our business, we talked about the future, we talked about what's happening now, we talked about what's happening in 5, 10 years from now. And there's just something about this uncanny way of predicting future trends that I already seen him do a couple times that I believed every bit of it. And guess what? Everything that he said came true. 93, 94, everybody had computers at home. Yes, I was reluctant to get one. I'm part of that great digital divide. I didn't grow up with computers in my in my school. Excuse me. So I didn't want to get one. He, fortunately, at that time, he was a good enough friend to talk me into getting one anyway. And we hopped online and did absolutely incredible things. Incredible things. Rory, he became the #1 lead generation guy on the internet. What did all of us entrepreneurs need that we're getting online? We needed leads, right? We needed people to talk to present to show our company or our product to. He became the #1 lead generation company on the planet. He still holds that title today. The only difference between then and now, he doesn't sell his leads to the public. He doesn't sell his leads to anybody. He invests them in you. Yes, they're free to you. As you start working your way through the system and you get access to those leads, there's more in there than any of all of us together can manage, can get back to. There's plenty in there. We actually need more help in that. So hurry up and let's get you to that level where you can start working those leads. He invests them in you, and no one else is doing that. What else did we need, Linda, back then? Remember, we needed a website. We needed someplace with information on it about our product or our company, the service, whatever it was that we were marketing. And Rory was taking care of a lot of different people in a lot of companies all over the world because now it's the internet and we're worldwide, right? This guy was always flying back and forth somewhere. I could call him up on the phone and he could be in Germany or he could be going down a mountain in Snowbird on skis and answering his phone while he was flying, just having a blast and building business. He was always accessible to me. So yeah, we built incredible things. And a couple of years after meeting him, I got to fly out west to meet his wonderful wife Tanya, our co-founder here at RRR247. I walked in the room. I met this lady raising 7 kids, 6 of them playing professional football. I only had one. One of them in professional dance. Just that workload by itself was mind-boggling for me. But she was also running several other businesses that she's had for years and helping Rory organize to stay on track and work a calendar and help train the people in here in the very beginning. I never met anybody so organized in my life. And you've got to be very organized to do all the things that she was doing on a daily basis, right? But I watched those two together for a few days and I realized they complement each other perfectly and they were going to be a power couple in this industry. And that's exactly what happened. So these are two people that you guys are getting in business with. They get up every day, they have a cup of coffee, their media moment, meeting that they call it, just amongst themselves. And they ask themselves, talk about it, ask questions. What can we do to make this business better for Michelle and Joe and Connie and Chris, all the people who see? What can we do to help Linda and Sherry and Debbie understand our system and grow faster? What can we do to get the friction points out of the way that might be holding some of these people back? What can we add to the system to help people hit momentum, hit stride, and take this thing global and help us touch 1 million families? Because that's their goal. They want to help a couple million families around the world, just reach out, giving people a hand up everywhere that they need it. In some places that they probably would never have a chance, nobody else would offer them a hand up. Rory and Tanya are focused on those people and want to reach out to them. And they obviously need a lot of help to reach out to every country on every continent on the planet until we find all the people that we can help. I'm happy to be a part of that. So listen, if you guys are looking for a place that you can get a website built for you like that, the PBS system you see, Rory's first website, it looked like a flyer on the internet. Then it looked like 2 pages, 2 flyers on the internet. Then he learned how to put one page on the other page, right? Second generation. He just kept developing and getting better and better and better until he created the performance blogging system in 2008. That's what you guys are looking at today. The #1 lead gen company and the guy that wants the website, stay on top of all of the technology and make sure you have everything at your fingertips. Put everything in one website so you can take it to the world, build an incredible business for yourself while you're also having a positive impact on everybody else that you get in touch with. If that sounds like the kind of business that you want to be a part of, you found your home. You took the right step. You answered that call or you made that phone call, and now we're connected and we love every single one of you and what we're building here. We're happy you're on the team. So without any further delay, 17 after it, my goodness, I want to introduce to you my brother, our friend, our co-founder, everybody's mentor, Mr. Rickard. The microphone is yours. I know you got some good things to share. Take it away, bud.
Thanks, brother. Wow, you guys, I get refired up every time we do this on the Tuesdays, and this is why we do it. Not to mention, we always have new people coming in, and I'm gonna just give a quick highlight of what we have, and then I'm gonna bring on Trisha. Normally, I bring in the IBO in right now just so we see where the paces are on that. So, Trisha, I'm gonna have you wait for just a second. You guys, at the end of the day, we are a huge distribution network. It doesn't matter where you're located, right? From the comfort of your living room or the comfort of your bedroom or the kitchen table where I've worked from many times, right? To offices and everything else. It doesn't matter where we are, a coffee shop. We get to distribute things that people love, want, and desire. And I mean, we're pretty blessed, but I like to just highlight kind of like where we are right now and also put this out there that we have so much opportunity. We have to train it in a series of sessions because it's so much to take in. But the circular motion that's allowed by the creation of that performance blogging system allows us to all participate and get things going even before we fully understand it. And we have, I'll just kind of go in the order of things. We have this tremendous access to health and nutrition products that help us live longer, right? With better health, right? Your health is your overall wealth, right? It doesn't matter how much money you have if your health's down if your health is poor, doesn't matter, right? Our health and how long we get to live healthily and the quality of our life matters. So, I've always had great products to market in health and nutrition, and that I call that the food area, right? And I'm watching that change on how it's delivered and how it's marketed. And we get to bring stuff that they just can't get in stores, they can't get anywhere else. It's a perfect distribution model for us. And then we added, savings program where people can actually save money on the biggest expenses we have on a monthly basis, like auto insurance, your home insurance, medical stuff. We have a lot of cool things help people like get the prescriptions for almost nothing, right? And savings on all sorts of entertainment and products and travel. We have things that can help people out. Now, I've saved collectively, we save over $3,000 a year in our auto insurance policies because of that program. Okay, that's kind of a big situation for us, right? It's not like we saved $50 and it was it was a big hassle. It was quick, easy, and we saved $1,500 every 6 months. And I know I talk to people all the time. I just saved $500, Rory, and I'm like, that's why we do that. Okay, we have access to that, and there's a lot of additional things that are in there, but we have access to make the dollars go further, right? And that's going to constantly morph and change, and as long as we know how to utilize it and benefit from it, and we got a whole B2B aspect of that too, where we can help them create great benefits for their employees and also get paid very well for doing so. All sorts of things in there that we can focus on forever and never get through it. There's a lot. Then, we have our PBS Vortex systems and our partnerships where we make, everything commissionable and we get to add really big and fun things to it. All right. Now we added this real estate program, which we're 2 months in from launching this. I don't know if you guys know that. We're 2 months in. And we've created, compensation models and people are getting paid out from this. And this just began, but it's big. And we're going to be able to help our family members make hundreds of thousands, life-changing incomes in addition to everything we're building up towards. We're part of a distribution, but we get to deal with it's called small ticket to high ticket items here. And we get to really do something where, we're providing services, we're buying low and selling high, we're doing everything you need to do in commerce to participate in the profits of it. And we're doing it in a way where it's just community fed, community shared. And it's just, I love where we've gone with it, right? Just amazing. So I just wanted to reflect on that, a little bit of celebration. It's, it is the first Tuesday of September, which means we got some celebrations to share. So that being said, let me bring Trish on here.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Hello,
Thank
Trisha.
you. Hello,
Oh.
everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday. So where are we at? Last Tuesday we got the message from you. We needed 28 slots to fill like right then. I know you guys would constantly want to keep a pace in there. What's our number today?
So today, so we did have a little bit of a delay. We have some people that we need to get assigned. And I want to just explain, I'm always transparent with the community. We were having some difficulties with some of the banks of setting up the user access the way we needed to online. So we've worked through those hurdles. We've gotten that fixed mostly today. And we have a lot of sessions, helping people make sure that their bank access is set up properly. We want to make sure everyone's doing it right before we just keep moving forward. So we're taking care of that. And today I had 22 spots that I could place today. I have people waiting. I have advertisers waiting. Also, I want to share that we just registered for 2 big conventions where the advertisers are going to be. Jim and I are going to be attending one in October in Las Vegas together, the affiliate summit, where there's hundreds, if not thousands of advertisers. So to be successful at that convention, we need to have a lot of IBOs ready to be placed.
Oh, just keep submitting them in there. You guys, we don't want to have it. We want to be ahead of it with people ready to go, because then it gives us a stronger situation to get the better advertisers. That's what she's saying. I'll just summarize it right there. And on that note, Trish, where are we with? Let's see. I know you got some people in place. We have people running right now.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, I have 22 people in my pipeline that we're working through the qualifications, getting the bank set up. It's a process. I want everyone to understand that and know that. And I know, Rory, at one time I heard you say, don't wait till you're broke to sign up. And that's absolutely right, because by the time we go through the assessment, we train you, we educate you on the program to make sure you understand and are making the best decision for you. And then we get all the documents, get you through the qualification, get you assigned to an advertiser. Once you're assigned, they have to build all the websites for their products. They have to go through compliance review. We're making sure that this is all done legally, ethically, and compliant with Visa and MasterCard. So, the entire process, once we assign you to an advertiser, that could take 1 to 2 months for them to build all the websites and start doing sales, which is when you actually start getting paid your monthly stipend.
Okay, so and you guys, and that's why I always like when I'm walking my students through it, it's like if you can qualify, just get it started. Get it going, and then it comes in there. And not to mention, I mean, $750 a month, that enables so many more people to succeed because, well, most people come here, they should have been here 6 months ago or a year ago. They're already behind, right? People usually don't solve problems till they have them. It's preventative measures or something hopefully we can teach people here. Like if you got cash flow coming in, you prevent problems down the road, right? If you have more money coming in than you have bills, if the refrigerator dies, you're like, no big deal. But if you barely can make the end of the month and the refrigerator dies, Murphy's Law, it's usually the refrigerator and the washing machine die at the same time, right? And now you're behind. And it takes one event like that before people can get, into a devastational downhill unless they have other funds coming in. I've gone through this for years, and it's like, if you've got excess money coming in, what do you do with it, right? And that's why we have such incredible ways to, build more wealth, build that out. So we're gonna keep touching on that. But anyone on that, and you guys, we open this up. We cover it in step 4. I'm gonna bring up step 4 here in a second. If our students are doing everything they need to do in session 1 and session 2 before they're even doing step 1 at the end of session 2, show them the IBO video so they can get started on it, so that by the time they finish step 1 and they're into step 2, Trisha's probably got them in the way to go. All right. Now we have it in step 4 for them to review in case they didn't catch it the first time. That's kind of the home where it is, because that's where the key things are we're going to talk about. But again, if you're in session 2 and everything is going great with that student, they get it, go ahead and let them see the IBO video and get into that sequence then, versus wait another month or 2, because it's going to take a month or 2 by the time they get everything going, probably.
Right.
Right. So we want to
And
smooth out that
also-
timing. And also, guys,
I'm sorry. I also always add, if you don't meet, like, your Experian credit score needs to be 650 points. If you're not there, don't let that turn you away. I have been working with members. I had one the other night that we got her credit score up 102 points, just with her and I working together, enrolling in Experian Boost. I sent those instructions. Everybody should be doing Experian Boost. Not just for the IBO program, because even, as you look at Evolve and you look at some of the financing options there, the higher your credit score is, the better that's going to be for you. So I suggest everybody.
You need to play the credit game. You got to get it up there. And I'll tell you that Experian Boost, guys, and Trisha sent me a thing on there. I'm going to be adding it to a help page, so that we can send people there to get it going. But also, a lot of people don't really know. They know if no one teaches you how to fix your credit. A lot of people don't understand you can. And there's, I've seen people get involved. They go through a divorce, for instance. This is probably the number one doorway into problems, right? Because somewhere in there, payments are missed or something happens, and you get dinged. Well, there's ways to remove those, and there's ways to get your credit restored. And it's easier. I'm watching the process, then in SHG, I'm going through this with one of our kids. Guys, that system is super easy. And you don't even have to mail the stuff in there. They actually have a service on it. They send the letters into the credit agency for you. You pay $3 a letter. They print it and mail it and send it. I didn't have to leave my desk to help them out. I was like, this is crazy good. Like, you guys, I don't have a printer with me all the time. Brielle does at the house or whatever. I didn't have to help them out with any of that. It was just like done. And and you guys, any questions? We're getting them on here. Fill out the stuff there. Talk to Trisha. Go through your situation. There's ways around a lot of things. Trisha's got an incredible background in accounting. Get with her. Get with her. And if it's one of the things, if we can't do it with you yet, we can put it in a queue and get the things out of the way to get you in there as soon as you can too. She's amazing, guys. And that's also why we're doing this every Tuesday, is how many are available, because we want to build up there where there's like, hey, there's 50 available, let's get in there because they're moving. And that means we got to help a lot more people. Like, we're trying to streamline this whole thing down, and she's done an amazing job. It's nice. All we hear is like positive stuff happening, and that's great. So thanks, Trisha. All right. I'm going to go on to step 4.
Thank the community.
Yeah. And you guys, she's fully involved with us here. She knows ins and outs of RRR. So, yeah. And you need to talk with her. Go put the notes in there. She shows up on this Tuesday, guys, to do this. This is what she does. But she's also fully involved in the RRR. She's fully involved in Evolve, which I'm going to go into next. All right. So she gets it, you guys. She gets everything we're doing. And what I like about that is you guys, we're in one solid energy going forward. Everybody we bring in here, we get to help rise up. As long as they show up, they're getting trained. And I was looking at the stuff we were doing today. And I did BRTs, had some great BRTs today, but also we had a lot of people that were stuck on some of the basics on how to modify the pages, how to find things. And it's nice that we just have this open communication where anybody in the team can help. And it gets better and better and better. And that's again, gratitude for the study halls. Okay. I need to bring on, I'm going to go here to the evolve thing, and then I need to bring on, let me bring Stacy in here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up this I always do this and let's see what it brings up. Last I was working on. This is safe. Have so many tabs going. Um okay, and I'm just gonna bring this up so everybody knows it. When in doubt, if you don't know where you're supposed to be or doing, just go to RRR. So RRR247.com/RRR. All right. And this is where you can just reset, refocus, recommit, get going on things again. And we go through these first things, this training, the enrollment, the follow. I'm adding something into our training here. So I'm going to tell you what it is because it's actually ready. I had to render it and get things done. Right down here, we got the verbal training on taste. This was done years ago, but we're going to have a video that I did like a couple months ago. It's going to be added to this. And I think it's really important for our new students to kind of go through the taste understanding because it is the number one thing that I see stop people from doing more. Right. And I'm going to go into the evolve thing here in a second. And we're talking about a program where people can make hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. Okay. Now, if we have somebody that's come into our family that's never made more than $3,000 a month, that might just seem so out of reach, so impossible. Why it can't happen to me? No one in my family does that. And that's just not the case. We've eliminated all these other things to get things going. We found a way to help anybody do anything we have to do. If you're willing to do the work, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to sacrifice to make it happen, right? How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? Right? Are you willing to sacrifice TV? Are you willing to prioritize your goals and ambitions over other things so that you can make it happen? Right? All that it comes in there. So I'm bringing that up there. I got my email list that still runs on this program, and then follow me on Facebook. Now we're gonna get a little more involved in Facebook here in a second. I'll come down there, but here's step one, right? And step one, what are we doing in step one? Is we're getting through session 2, and then we're getting our PBS in motion, right? And there's like 30 pages to go through here, 30 different videos and pages. And every one of these is going to teach you some new way or additional ways to help build your PBS better. The art of the performance blogging system. That system allows us to do so much, and it's only getting more and more valuable as time goes by. Content is king, right? And we have written content, image content, video content. And you're going to get through all this, and then you're going to go right here to step 2. And it links right to step 2, but you can also, like, from the RRR page, there's step 1, there's step 2, right? And step 2, and close that down. Step 2 starts going over the uncategorized pages. All the pages we didn't have done in the previous step 1, we get those done here. All right? We get those done, and we're building these things out. Learn how to do more stuff. You get the free apps. Right? You get these pages done, and then you go to step 3. And step 3 is the categories, okay? Which, this is a really good way to show it. You need to do all the rest the same way down. That's step 3. And then we're going to go to step 4. Now, step 4, we're not building, but step 4 is just awesome things to know. All right? And we have this business etiquette training, which we probably should give this earlier on, but you want your students to watch this as they're going through stuff. This is going to help them understand even more. Great piece of knowledge. And then we go here to the IBO program, which is also RRR247.com/IBO. This is where it's going to go. Okay. So I click on, look, it goes right there. And they get a little video that explains how this works. And then they can start filling out the forms. And after they fill out this form, they're going to go to IBO Start Here button on the next form. They have two processes to go through, and that gets them connected to Tricia. Okay. And again, every student that's doing session 1, session 2, and getting things set up right, I want them to be introduced to the IBO program there. Again, North America. And I want to go back here to this, and then below that, we have activating your memes and sayings. And you guys, we are doing an amazing thing here. I did something on Saturday, and I gave it away. So I'm going to tell you guys, we took the memes. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. Make sure that it still says the same. Yeah, you guys, we made it $1 setup. I'm doing something crazy right now. I launched it on Saturday. I was only going to do it for Saturday, but I forgot to change it. It's still there now. So you can save a bunch of money getting set up. You can get set up for $1, then just $10.99 a month. We're not going to do the $15.99 model. We're just going to go with the $10.99 going forward. We want to keep this very inexpensive so everybody does it. And this is part of solid marketing. And we've been marketing the Evolve program with these memes, and it's bringing in more traffic than anything we've singly marketed before. So we're working on even more things we're going to work on. We're going to roll out new memes in September. We roll out a minimum of 4 memes per month that we all put out there in rotation. You guys, there's new technologies now that allow us to queue up our months ahead of time. So you can spend very little time and get these out there and drive set traffic directed to these pages. And you guys, if we have the right things, it's there, right? So this is still going that way. This is all from step 4. And then right below that is the Evolve Real Estate programs. Now, I say programs because we have more coming. Right now, we're doing the multifamily program, which is phenomenal. There's a little preview to watch right here. Now, this is taking on a whole nother entry into our marketing house. And you guys have been through training to understand what that means. So a lot of emphasis on it. This Saturday and Sunday, so I believe that's the 6th and 7th of September, 9 a.m. Mountain Time to 5 p.m. Mountain Time, both days. So it's a full 2-day training on the Evolve program. And then we do ongoing training to help get people going with this every Wednesday. Now, not only do we market getting people into this process, but we actually participate in this process. And, this is a very awesome program. If you have not attended a 2-day, the knowledge of it just to market with it is absolutely priceless. And it's not one of those things we can just sit down with you for 5 minutes and explain it and you'll get it. You need to go through the 2-day course to learn about it. And then it's a matter of, are you going to do it now or are you going to do it later? Either way is fine. We need you to understand it because we get to participate in the marketing, which can create the revenue so you can do the whole thing. Everything is just lined out that way with us. But, there's some information here. Steps to get involved, right? I spell it all out. And most importantly, use the coupon code RRR247. You get $100 off. All right. The 2-day event's $497. This makes it $397. And I just, and it's tied to the PBS Vortex compensation model. And we're marketing this. But you guys, this is unbelievable. And very valuable training, 2 full days. There's a lunch break. You're going to make sure you have snacks, lots of water. It's on Zoom, those that have a smart TV, if you can bring up Zoom on your big screen, fabulous. Otherwise, in front of your computer, get in a comfortable situation, no distractions. You're going to learn so much. And then you're going to see why we're all excited about it. Now, we're going to constantly be working on this going forward. And in addition to that, we're going to start increasing our marketing reach, our marketing directions, our traffic, everything. And so, you guys, we took the whole thing over. I asked one of our MSIs, Stacy, to help me build out the stuff because she does the Content 360 and she knows how this stuff works. So, you guys, I'm going to bring Stacy on. I'm going to stop my share.
I'm here.
And it's real simple. We're going to do consensus social media marketing. What does that mean? Okay. Now, what I'm going to tell you what it means, right, is we have an additional method to get people connected and interested that are tied to us. I'm going to explain it. And I promise you, no one's going to see this coming before I announce it. And then you're going to be going like, that makes sense. Why aren't we doing that stuff now? Okay. Stacy is set up. Oh, so I'm going to share this again. Evolve. Now, everybody that goes into the 2-day is going to get a login. Everybody that's and we're going to do a lot more training on this. And there's a whole nother learning management system that's specifically on the Evolve Real Estate, but it also cross references the RRR247 community. Okay. Up here on the top, we have a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now I'm going to make sure I set things up right. Here's Facebook, and this is the group. Okay. I just realized that I got to do it every time because it takes you away. That's one thing I couldn't figure out how to make this. Okay, so here's Instagram. And then here's X. They still use the Twitterberg. They haven't put the X on those yet, but that's what it should be. Okay. And I'm going to put this in the chat. So you need to go to it 3 times. And if you have, I want everybody to go sign up for all 3. And we did a lot of specialized training on this last Saturday. We'll probably touch base on more, but this Saturday, on the 2-day, I'm probably going to be at the full 2-day myself again, and we'll cover some stuff on Saturday. But you guys, this training this Saturday, is, they've been getting better and better and better at how they explain it all. There's a lot to explain, and then we're going to constantly work on stuff on the Wednesdays. I'm going to come back to that. Everybody, there's that link. Click on it 3 times. Sign up for the follow Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, that's okay. There's that Instagram. Am I following? Yeah, I'm following. We haven't started posting on Instagram yet, but we will be. Then
Yeah, I'm waiting for your
I know.
media. I'm generating some right now though too.
Yeah, but you guys, I want to go over all this stuff right here. So like, did you do this one?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's great.
I did that one too.
Yeah. And you guys, here's the thing about this. It doesn't matter what posts we put on these. So like if Stacy puts hers, or even if I put mine, the people we're targeting are already connected to you in the database. So what we're going to be doing is sharing our stuff, put a regular thing out there. And our job is basically everybody should like it, comment, see you Wednesday, make this an interactive community on X and Facebook. Okay. What we want to do is we want to gravitate and bring people in that aren't part of it, aren't tied to it. But more importantly, use it as social proof to those that we're prospecting. Meaning I send text 4 out, right? Well, I'm going to test things out because we might have a way to send a text 5 that sends them to our Facebook group so they can get more information, or we can invite them in. We can reach out to them to where they can get dripped on even more. This is a very open-ended on the stuff we can create and go. And like I can come here and I can invite Facebook friends. I'm gonna look at everybody that I'm connected to, and I have people that have been in PBS. They're no longer in PBS. It doesn't matter. I can start inviting them in. Right. I can start inviting in all sorts of people in. Right. Now I'll go through it all. I know who not to invite in. Right. I do.
And I'm posting mainly to get seats, people in the preview seats. If you guys have already done the preview, don't sign up again.
Yeah, please do not. Yes, the preview is for our leads, not for us. I could do this for a long time, right?
But the main thing is the Facebook and Instagram and X. We need exposure. Invite, you know, all of you, everyone here is invited to join them and you'll follow them, but you can invite others that you think would be interested, like Rory is doing right now. You can invite followers, and that will help market you as well. But on the Facebook page specifically, any posts that you submit, I'm not necessarily going to approve. We want to keep it professional.
Yeah, but you guys, and that's why we have the stuff there. But you guys, the whole purpose of this is that interactions. Like when we put something out there, like it, put a comment on there. We don't need to try to market to everybody either. But we're going to occasionally put out something, invite them to the previews, do that in a programmed sense to help drive it in there. So what I'm doing is I've got this Facebook group, I've got the real estate for Instagram, and I got X, right? So now what I need to do, here, I'm going to stop my share for a second and log in.
A lot of questions in chat. You want me to shut that off for now, or do one of you want to answer those questions?
I'll look at it in a second. We can get to it. It's okay to leave it. We don't have much time here anyway, but if you could put the link for them to do the 100, we'll talk about that in a second. And I need to update this in other pages too. I'm going to show you there's some ways to do this on here. So I'm going to share my screen. And again, it's more social credibility, and I'm going to go to my both the multifamily page and the real estate page. And I have some others I've been building too, but and what I'm going to do is like it's here. Actually, I want to do we have the thank you and the thank you to page, right? So
That's the main page, right?
this is the real estate page. And online community member here first. I'm thinking this out. Um, I'm going to my thank you page. And the thing about the thank you page is they've already registered for something at this point. If they become a community member, that's probably what I'm going to do is if they become a community member, I'm going to send them an email. I usually do anyway, but I'm going to invite them into these three. And I'll get the messaging down for that. And we'll talk more about this either by next Tuesday or Saturday. But when I've communicated with someone that's a pending BRT, especially, I'm going to start tying them into other stuff that we do. They haven't bought a PBS or the pending PBS is especially the pending BRT, same thing. Like, hey, I want to get you involved in some stuff that's going on. Let's go forward. Can I get a hold of you? But you might as well stay posted on what we're doing. And then when you're ready, we're ready. I'm trying to like keep them involved, keep them in the doorway. And what can we do to do that better, right? So I'm just gonna say these are there. I don't want to take away from the conversion that I want to get done. So for instance, I don't mind putting that on the thank you page, but I don't want to put it on the real estate page in multifamily because this has a path I want them to go down. And I want them to register and definitely be tied to me on the real estate one. The multifamily, they're already tied to me, right? They're already tied to me and they can go through it. But if somebody wants more information, I can just send them to these. If they request more information, I can send them to this. And especially the Facebook group. Um, yeah, and I mean, we put this out there. We got a lot of the leader stuff coming in, but we're going to gain some more traction from this. And then we're going to start doing additional marketing. We're going to start doing a lot of things that'll cross market. But we're running all the social media. We took it over. We're also going to be generating real estate directive leads at some point, and those are going to be feeding the community. So you guys, we're finding more and more doorways that we can add to our marketing house with the distribution of real estate. And I just want you guys to just be involved with it, but also support the stuff that's going on here. Not to mention, updates and celebrations of people. Guys, we have a lot of people to submit the deals. Tomorrow we're going to be learning how to find submit deals again, even more. So if you haven't done a 2-day, tomorrow's going to like definitely wet your whistle. But we're gonna be getting this down there. What are they looking for? How do we find these deals? Let's go scour it. We're building a network of deal finders across the nation. And then we're going to start bringing those down. They've got the funding. It's amazing how that works. But, there's education involved on how to do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. There wouldn't be a need for us to partner with it. But guys, we'll figure this out. We always do. It's just marketing. It's marketing. It's connecting. It's networking. And it's stuff that we're already training people how to do. It's and it just has extra zeros on it. Okay. So everybody's got that. Follow, like, all that stuff with those. Be aware that's coming through. And then, in addition, know this. We're going to be doing everything we can in our marketing reach to connect to these people in these other ways. If they're connected to you in the PBS Vortex, they're connected to you. Right? When they go through the commission process, they're connected to you. So every time you take 100 leads and you work them in text 1 and text 2 and text 3 and then text 4, you're part of the marketing machine here. We're doing everything we can ancillarily to connect with them as well. You got program integrity who gets paid. Because you took the leads and you're working them properly, you get paid as they go through. We're just doing everything we can as a community to get them to see what we have and go forward.
Text 5.
What was that?
And there's text 5. We said there would be a 5, 6, and 7. That's probably 5 right there. Social media.
Yes, it'll be I just don't know what it is yet because I got to test it again and then get approval on it. But the thing about it is yeah. So we send text 4. Yeah, now guys, now seeing this already, right? When we have a text 5 to go out, that text 5 is going to try to connect them in something else, and we have so much here. That's it, and it might be directionally connecting. What I think I want to do is get them into the LMS system, which we do for free, so they can see the preview there. They're connected to us even more. That's kind of where I'm aiming. And then in that sequence, we want them to follow us in all the social medias as well. And I just got to get it built out. Because I just want you guys to see where this is coming. And you guys, this isn't something you build in one night. Pat, I can definitely do that. Okay, we're gonna go to the millionaire course now. And I'm going to leave this tomorrow, Wednesday, right? I know I got my study hall tomorrow night. Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern. We're on the same channel, right? And we're going to be doing Evolve training with Dustin. There might be a guest. And we're going to go through how to find and submit deals. This is something we're going to keep doing. this isn't one of those things, you guys. We're going to figure out this aspect to where we can train anyone and everyone how to succeed with that program, what needs to be done and what to look for. There are so many deals out there, but you got to weed through all this mess to find them. They're not just like sitting out there on a pedestal for you. You've got to go locate them and know how to do that. And we're covering that. Okay. And we've got some community members here that are getting really good. They're like, right, Matt, Rory, they're getting so close. They're finding so many things. They know what to do. And so we want to just do it by committee, right? We want to learn how to do it. We all rise up. Connie, the Millionaire course is the instructor link from your back office in your CRM. All right. So we're going to cut over there now. Now, listen, I'm glad thanks, Connie. If you submitted that you did the 100 to 100 through the 31st, so Sunday night at midnight, if you did 100 text ones and 100 text fours, you're coming to the Millionaire course today. If you got one PBS student through Sunday, you're going to the Millionaire course today. So we'll see you there. Now, if you're not on those lists, you're not going to be let in. It's no hard feelings. It's just we're focused on those that are doing the stuff now so we can keep it going. We're raising the energy up so we can focus on those dreams. And those dreams are accomplished by being consistent. All right. See you guys there. Love you all. And then killer training on this Thursday and Saturday. You guys know they're there. You guys know the schedule. Remember, you're putting time into your business. We're learning. We're growing. We're building the future. And guys, this is awesome. We're an amazing distribution network. Love you guys.